Good morning, children. This is Anirudh Tiwari, Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. In the previous section, in 11th class biology book, 2nd chapter, we were talking about all the kingdoms, 5 kingdom classification, where I had already explained to you the first kingdom, Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera, I must tell you once again that Kingdom Monera includes all the unicellular and prokaryotic organisms. On the other hand, Kingdom Protista includes all the unicellular eukaryotic organisms. This is the basic difference between Monera and Protista. So we are talking about today Protista, which includes all the unicellular and eukaryotic organisms. That means they have a proper nucleus and their genetic material is surrounded by nuclear membrane. So here the second thing is they are mostly aquatic, found either in fresh water or mostly in marine water, ocean and seas. All the organisms which are kept in Kingdom Protista, they are unicellular, eukaryotic. Along with it, one more thing they have, they are the primitive relatives of bigger kingdom like fungi, plantae, plants, and animalia, animals. That means the individuals, those who are kept in Kingdom Protista, they are the primitive relatives of kingdom, all the animals which are kept in Kingdom Fungi, all the plants which are kept in Kingdom Plantae, and all the animals, those who are kept in Kingdom Animalia. They all have flagella, most have flagella, and they have 9+2 arrangement of flagella. That means this is a tubulin protein which is found, and that protein is arranged in 9+2 arrangement. Their genetic material is DNA. And this Kingdom Protista includes, as I told you already, that fungi, plantae, and animalia, all the 3 bigger departments, relatives this Protista department contains. So here, these 2, diatoms and golden algae and dinoflagellates, these are the relatives of today's all the plants of today. Why? Number 1, they have cell wall. Number 2, they are photosynthetic. And number 3, they are the chief producer of marine or ocean and seas. That is why, because they are photosynthetic, they have cell wall, and they are producers. That is why they are the relatives of today's plants. Who they are? They are diatoms, golden algae, and dinoflagellates. Diatoms are the animals which are very small, and their cell wall contains silicon. That's why their cell wall is siliceous cell wall. And when they die, they sediment at the bottom of the sea and oceans, and they form diatomous earth. This diatomous earth may be very big or maybe very long, kilometers and kilometers long, and this diatomous earth can be used. First of all, this is rich in much diversity of animals in ocean and seas, fishes, zooplanktons, phytoplanktons, and many other species of marine and ocean water, marine water. Now, this diatomous earth is used for polishing and filtering of syrups, filtering of oils. So it has some commercial use also. Number 2, they make much amount of oxygen because they do photosynthesis, and they are the chief producer. They produce food themselves because they do photosynthesis. So that's why they are the chief producer of marine water also. Dinoflagellates, they have 2 flagella, that's why they are known as dinoflagellates, and they are poisonous also. And Guanolax is a kind of dinoflagellate which causes red tide at one particular season of the year when they produce larger amount of spores. So that causes red tide. So the ocean and sea becomes red at that particular time when they reproduce. Number second, we are talking about here. This we talked about the plants, all the primitive relatives of plants. That means the Protista department, these two. And here now we are going to talk about slime molds. These are the primitive relatives of kingdom fungi. Why? Because number one, as fungi is saprophytic, so they are also saprophytic. They produce spores, they also produce spores. One more thing is very common in them. They produce an aggregation, that means compound, a structure, collective structure they produce, which is known as plasmodium. This is not the plasmodium which is causing agent of malaria. This is another kind of plasmodium, which is the aggregation of all the slime molds in one group. That is known as plasmodium. This plasmodium produces spores, and from these spores new plasmodium, new slime molds come out. So this is a kind of reproductive structure of theirs. So slime mold, because it is saprophytic and it produces spores. Rest all the features like fungi. Number third, we have talked about kingdom plantae here. We have talked about kingdom fungi here, slime molds, and now we are going to talk about the relatives of kingdom animalia, which are kept in kingdom Protista. So here, why they are protozoans are relatives of Animalia kingdom? Because they are also heterotrophs like Animalia. They do nutrition predatorship or parasitic, and they have different characteristics. On the basis of that, protozoans are divided into different groups, such as amoeboid. The example very common is amoeba. They produce pseudopodia. Through pseudopodia they move also, and through pseudopodia they catch their prey or food also. The second protozoan is ciliated protozoan. What it does, it has cilia, that's why all over the body it has cilia, and through cilia it moves or attaches itself to some surface. That's why it is known as ciliated. Number third is sporozoan. Sporozoan are those which produce spore in their life cycle. Plasmodium is the best example of sporozoan. And number last is flagellated. Flagellated, that means they have flagella for their locomotion and movement. That's why they are known as flagellated. So these are the protozoans, the relatives of Animalia. These are slime molds, the relative of fungi, and these diatom, golden algae, and dinoflagellates are relative of kingdom Plantae, because they are all kept in kingdom Protista. Why? Because they have single cell, that means they are unicellular, and they have eukaryotic cell. So this is all about kingdom Protista. Next we are going to talk about kingdom fungi in the next section. Thank you very much.